I've just realized that I've been streaming without my microphone on. Very well. I think I haven't had my microphone on all stream. I do apologize for that. Catching you back, like, getting back to the basics. This is my Boycott Qatar 2022 World Cup stream series where I try to stream whenever there's a World Cup game going live at the same time, as we have the match for third place right now. Because I want to boycott the tournament, and in order to give other people who also want to boycott the tournament an alternative in terms of entertainment. And we're also trying to raise money for a good cause, doing our little bits to make this world a little bit of a better place and bring some more compassion back into the beautiful game. The aim of the fundraiser is to raise 750 euros for the migrants rights organization, migrantsrights.org, because they obviously help resolve situations such as the one in Qatar where migrant workers were working under slave-like conditions. Many of them died. Many of the ones who worked there still haven't received their fair dues, their wages yet. Many of the families of the workers that died haven't received any recompensation yet. And yeah, so we're trying to raise a little bit of money for them to hopefully do our little bit to make this world a little bit nicer. And moving on to the more light-hearted stuff, Football Manager, we have got an important cup tie today. We're playing against Donegal Celtic. Donegal Celtic are one of the historic rivals of Police House Northern Ireland, who actually were managing in the third tier of Northern Irish football. You can see them, other rivalries, Donegal Celtic, with us as other rivals, okay, not historic rivals. They, however, are now stuck in the lower divisions of Northern Irish football. Can we see it here? So yeah, they used to be in our division until 2017-18, then getting relegated to the Northern Irish Ballymena Intermediate League. Is that? I guess that's that one. Yeah, so interesting draw. We already played them once this series last season, actually. Also in the cup time, we were fortunate enough to win 3-1, although a bit of fortune in there because they got a man sent off in the first minute, and despite that, it wasn't really comfortable with us only scoring the 3-1 in the 91st minute. So we're hoping for the best because this is a cup where we crashed out of early last season in one of the early rounds against an amateur side. So we're back with a vengeance. We want to win it because this is also a cup, much like the Intermediate Cup we won last season, where only teams of our division and below enter. However, recent weeks, we have already been beaten by some amateur sides throughout the clubs, like our short stint at the club in cups. So there's no guarantee that in this home game against some pro side, even though they're from a lower division, we'll be successful. And our league form has recently been really bad. 3 losses in our last 4, even though we were once again promotion hopefuls this season. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just jump straight into the match. The team is already set up and ready and hopefully able to hold off the Donegal Celtic side. We're going to go with cup goalkeeper Johnny McGill, back four of Conor Young, Calvin Brownlee, Jack Graham, and David Wardlaw. A bit of a controversial pick in Calvin Brownlee. However, he's very tall, so he should be a threat from set pieces. Should we not be able to break them down from open play? And also, he's one of our better defenders on the ball, and as we're playing our possession style, I feel like that could be a good idea. Midfield four of Bradley Yip, Johnny Wilson, Paul Waite, and Ewan McCarthy. Minor tactical change I've done since recently because we've not been creating that much in our possession style, in both of our styles actually. I've made us a bit more narrow in the hopes that these wingers will kind of help out in terms of goal scoring as well, and not the entire goal scoring load be stuck on the striker. In the number 10 we've got Caelan Ward, and up front we've got Jakey Moore, our cup striker this season. On the bench that leaves Ben Gordon, Greg Briers, Charlie Dornan, Thomas Burns, and Chris Watts. Let's hope and pray that we've got enough to go past them, because that will just kind of knock the stuffing out of us. Favorites for a reason, go out there, make sure they left no doubt as to why. Because since it's not looking like we're going to necessarily be going for promotion as it we thought we would be, if we drop out of this competition, this would have been like the last competition we can play for, which we haven't won yet. Although I'm still very optimistic that we can make something happen in the league, as first highlight falls with their corner, but McGill luckily saves it, catches it. Set to key highlights, so it means that it's actually a proper highlight. As they win the ball back early, it could be bad news for us. Just a second minute of play. O'Kane on the right, McCarthy wins it back. That's good backtracking from him. Okay, let's calmly build up from the back. That's a good pass to the striker. McCarthy. Gonna look to slide our cam to it. Oh, it's Paul Waite, our deep lying playmaker. Swings it across. That was a wonderful ball. Oh my god, I'm not sure what Bradley made out of that. But we score 1-0 up. That was a delightful ball across the box from Paul Waite. Look at that. Takes a touch inside, looks up, and then just sees, you know, through the channel of these three players here. There's three of our men who can receive it, or they just leave it go all the way through. Bradley Yip back into the center. Johnny Wilson. 1-0 to us. Come on, beautiful start. Okay, outside of that, not much going on yet, but we looked a better team, which is what we like to see, although they are having 81% pass completion. It's pretty good. Okay, highlight backstick strung in for them. Did that striker win that? I have no idea how he won that. It came off the upright. Luckily goes out of play. Ooh, good free kick opportunity for them. This is bad. It looks like we're giving away a lot of fouls, already conceding 2 yellow cards as well. Dean stands over it. And I was going to say that that side of the goal is awfully clear. I feel like the wall wasn't positioned very well either. And there we go. They equalize after 24 minutes, even though they didn't create anything outside of set pieces. He just was able to shoot it past the wall. He didn't even have to put much curl on it. A poorly positioned wall. That one has to go down as the goalkeeper's error. Just try and go attacking, go back ahead before halftime. Come on, boys. Oh, McCarthy picks up a knock. Johnny Wilson not too happy with my comments. Switch to attacking hasn't done anything. So overall, we've been slightly the better team. However, we've not been that convincing, as they had more of the possession. Okay, very well then. So definitely most of the defense from the middle. They were staying out wide. That's fine. I don't know what to take away from that. Let's see if the player stats give us anything. So our centre backs, even though they are the 2 centre backs at the club, which should be the best in possession, aren't very good at holding a hold of it. I don't know. It's going okay. Ewan McCarthy, what do you say? Lower leg. If we can get a goal and make a save, it's to win. Go out there and make it happen. Okay, no one really cares for that. Yeah, Ewan McCarthy's going to come off for Tom Burns. Hopefully that lineup can change it around. Whoa. Come on, positive in the second half. Frustrate them a bit, keep a hold of the ball, as they seem to like to do that. We can keep it away from them. I feel like that might tickle their nerves a little bit. As we've won it there very well. And Jake Moore is going to find a nice ball out to Yip. Is he going to find it back across? Moore? Fouled? Burns! Yes! I don't know if he was fouled, he was felled. But Thomas Burns on off the bench. Wonderful substitution. Just 2 minutes into... Well, 2 minutes on the pitch. Jake Moore was very nice vision to find Yip in behind there. He tried to feed it back to Moore, I feel like. Who, I don't know if that was very legal, the way he got taken down there. For a read on the yellow. And so long as Barnes scores, I really don't mind too much. Puts it in the bottom corner. Nicely played, nicely done. Come on. I like it. That's a perfect start to the second half. Now let's keep a hold of that, of the ball, and not give them much of a sniff. Okay, well, time waste sometimes. I feel like we should stay on our feet, because the only time they've created something was from set pieces, and they've won quite a lot of them. Substitutions. We'll leave it for now. I'm tempted to bring on Ben Gordon for Jack Graham, who's not having his best day out there and is on a yellow, but he's showing good body language. So that's what we'll do for now. We've only got 2 more substitutions left because in the cup, unlike in the league, we can only do 1 substitution. And not doing much going forward. However, they're still having the majority of possession. I'm baffled by that, to be honest. Yeah, Jack Graham's also getting very tired. So he'll definitely get subbed off. Let's go a bit wider. Regard the change we made before the match to the tactic. Since that helps us keep more of the possession. Although, ooh, corner swung in. Wilson gets rid of it. Very nice stuff. Okay, for final substitutions, there's a couple I'm considering. So the 2 midfielders look a bit tired. So maybe some fresh legs in there wouldn't be a bad idea. Also got one of them on a yellow. But they're performing very well now out there. Kalen Ward. We don't really have anyone on the bench for him. Jake Moore is just having a terrible game out there. I think it has to be one of the midfielders. So we'll take off Paul Waite on the yellow. Johnny Wilson can come into the deep line playmaker role. And Charlie Dornan comes on in his spot. I confirm those changes. Then we'll just see if anything more happens. But so long as they're not creating anything, I'm happy to just leave the tactics exactly as they are because it suggests we're doing well defensively. Having a couple of pops going forward as well. This is it's a very mature performance if we see this out. Not something we're used to from this team, really. I really like it. Come on, boys. Just see that. Super calmly. No fuss. We never do that without any fuss. No more highlights. That's perfect. Yes. Wow. I know it's boring and stuff, but we always seem to have a crumble towards the end, so I'm very happy with that. Oh, good stuff. Very well done, lads. That was, we ran at our best, but we got the results. No, that's a great win. It's always extra satisfying to get one over your rivals. Yeah, exactly. No need for negativity following that. A true performance. Yeah, sure, we could have knocked them out of the park as well, considering they're a lower league side, but that was absolutely fine. So it's Ballymoney United going through. Kilmore Rec, is that like a B team or is that just their name? Rathfield Rangers. So these 3 are all from the lower leagues, all B teams. And then Knockbrader from our division is the only club left from the same level as us. So it really is a winnable competition. Hopefully we can get it over the line. So let's go through the good and poor performance real quick and criticize or praise them. Jake Moore has only got 1 shot off in an entire match. I wanted to make him like our cup striker for the season, and he started out like a house on fire. But the last 2 matches were dreadful. So I'm not too sure whether we'll keep going with that or not. I didn't even look what it was that we can criticize. Sorry, that was the wrong thing. What could we have criticized? Nothing much, maybe his defending overall. We didn't have that bad a game in terms of statistics. Just his average rating apparently was pretty bad. Donegal Celtic were the defending champions. I forgot that. I saw it at the press conference which it did off stream before the game. Of course, they're the defending champions. We knocked out the defending champions. Let's go. So, where are we now? We're at the quarterfinal stage now, I guess. Ian McCarthy's out for 12 days to 2 weeks. That's too bad, but that's okay. We can get through that period without him. We've got the post-match press conference. Fairy tale continues. You must be delighted to progress further in the competition. Absolutely. It's a brilliant feeling. Do you believe... Oh, by the way, we're only doing this press conferences because Neil Stewart, who's always there at the press conferences, our local news reporter, absolutely hates us, and all we want to do in this series is to get him to like us. Do you believe your side can make it to the final and win the competition after today's result saw you book passage through to the next round? As long as we're still in the competition, we've got a chance of winning it. The introduction of Thomas Barnes as a substitute clearly changed the game. You must be delighted. Yeah, it was definitely a game changer. That goal he scored. Can you put into words the impact Thomas Barnes' winner will have had on the team? think any moment like that has to help boost morale. You must be pleased with Thomas Brown's performance today. He's such a good player who makes such a difference when he plays like that. Hopefully that will push him to play like that more often, because he's not been on the best form this season, our left winger. Obviously, you don't see your side concede goals, but surely you will admit that Ryan Dean scoring a free kick into the top corner from that edge of the area was sensational. What did you make of it? To be honest, I didn't think it was that spectacular. I think the wall was just positioned poorly. As good as it might have been to the neutral, there were things I saw that I wasn't happy with from a defensive point of view. So pointing the finger. The press conference atmosphere is expressionless. He's neutral, so it's all. Are we good? Are we getting along down here? No, it wasn't neutral. It was like negative before. Sorry. With Aaron Chalmers spotted watching Johnny Wilson today, would you consider selling him to Dollingston? Nice, I captain. He's not for sale, absolutely not. Not that I can decide that, because he's on a non-contract, so they can always approach him anyway. You've received a relatively easy Steels and Suns Cup draw against Ratfield Rangers. Would you agree? Yeah, of course, I forgot. We already had the draw. Like before, we played our match against one of the two teams, whichever wins. There are no easy matches in football, as you suggest. So I had that off stream after the last stream. Like I always advanced to the days between matches because they're not that interesting. Yeah, there are no easy matches in football, and to suggest so would be disrespectful to the Ratfield Rangers. We'll treat them as we do any opponent. It looks like the days of utility players have returned with a bang at P.S.N.I. Brad Liep has been all over the pitch. What's your take on this? He's very good. He can play on both sides. Not utility player, not that much, but he's a Swiss Army knife, so to say. What at one stage appeared a riskier gamble now looks like a success for both Yip and you, because I changed his position to be a right midfielder instead of an advanced right winger, which I know is not that different, but okay, well, he always seems to ask me about this. I was like, oh, Caitlin Baxter, press with a slightly positive. Moment of truth. Does Neil Stewart think more highly of me now? No, he still hates me. He still absolutely hates me. When you look at the relationships there, you see he's our rival, presumably. And at the beginning when we came in and did press conference, he started hating us. Then we went to every press conference. We wanted him to like us. Then all of a sudden we were very close friends. We went out to dinner every Friday. I was at his wedding. I gave a nice speech, all of that. And then, we didn't go to the press conference for a couple of months because they're boring. And all of a sudden he started hating us again. As okay, on the 19th of October, so it might well be in today's stream, we are going to host Rathfield Rangers Football Club, which are an amateur side. As the rivals to Banbridge, join our division. An amateur side, and we face them at home. Don't want to jinx it, but I would suggest that that's a good draw. That's their top player. They're not looking too bad, to be honest. Got a lot of players, actually. Not just grayed out ones. So no guarantees there, but we should definitely be considered favourite for that one. Some matches been rearranged. That was it on the same weekend and has been moved to the 26th. Okay, yeah, okay, so it must have been on that weekend, although there's another cup draw being made for that weekend, and I don't know why the game can't predict that we're going to have a game here again. Okay, very well. Let's continue on through. See if we want to make anyone extra available for the B team. Do we have that set? Yeah, we already have two of them here. Chris Watts, maybe. I've got a game on the weekend and he'll play, so no. Charlie Dornan, I don't know. No, don't want to make any one of those available. Okay, so schedule. I've got a home match against Newington and a away match against Carrick. The Antrim Shield, of course. Okay, no, we don't really care about that one. So for the Newington match, we're obviously playing at home, so we're playing our possession style. Let me select a team. So Connell Young just played and played well. So if he's fit enough in those 3 days' time, he will stay in the team. Jack Graham didn't play that well. Neither did Calvin Brownlee. I'll be tempted to bring in both Ben Gordon and Mathieu Lavolka, but it's a bit too extreme because they're both not very good in possession. So we'll go with Lavolka and Graham and have Gordon on the bench. Kai Wardlow didn't do too well out there. So we'll go with Connor Crone, who's also not in the best form, but at least he has fresh legs. Bradley Yip can stay out there following his assist in the match. The midfield pairing will keep as it is. Okay, the rest of it is all good. Let's have a look at training schedule. Okay, we're not going to training tomorrow, so we'll rest all the players for 1 day, and then we'll reassess the situation on Friday. See what our B team does in their league. Hey Hassan, welcome to the chat. I'm doing well, thank you. A bit dizzy today, which is why I was late with the stream. But took a nap. That kind of went a bit too long, but now I'm feeling a lot better. How about you? How are you doing? You didn't miss much, by the way. We just beat Donegal Celtics in the cup tie. It was a bit of a boring affair, a bit scary when they equalized that we're going to bottle something again. But in the end, scored early in the second half and then a mature performance to a win. Something we don't get to see with our team very often. Mature performances and wins against lower division sides. Normally we can hardly ever do it without drama, can we? Busy day for you. What have you been up to, if I might ask? Beating with 5-0. My God. Wow, Matthew Heron 6.8 worst performer out there, even though he should be one of the best players for the first team, much less perform well for the B team. But that puts him top of the table. Nice. There's no shocks in the fourth round of the cup. Let's see what's the quarterfinals saying. So we've got Belfast Celtics, who are irregular in like the later stages of these cups. We've got them against Kilmorrack, amateur side. Then we have got Knockbrader from our division against Kitty Lee, another amateur side. Many amateur sides still involved. Then the B team of Ballymena United against Ballymoney United. The 7th professional side. So only one B team still involved. That's interesting. Normally they do quite well in these cups. Just had to do shopping with the family and stuff. Ballymoney. Christmas shopping probably, right? You know, if you've got a relaxed Saturday evening in front of you, though. I still have to go play ice hockey today. Stressful day. Look forward to it, though. It was fun. Normally it's always Sunday night, late in the evening, but it's perfect. This week it was postponed to Saturday, which is nice because then tomorrow stream. We'll do a nice and long one tomorrow. I'll aim to start at like 7, finish at like 11. Just chill through. I mean, I always aim to start sooner than I tend to, but this time I'm confident. Although I do fully understand if you don't want to. If you're not going to join that one because you want to watch the final of Family or something. As pre-match press conference, come on Neil, like us. It was a while ago now, but P.S.N.I actually suffered defeat last time they played Newington. Will they have any bearing ahead of this game? That is true. I've almost forgot. Newington were, of course, the side we played when in the first season at this club. We got into the promotion playoff and they beat us, remaining in the league above. Then getting relegated the season after. With some element of doubt. No. But I want to say yes, that motivates us even more. Why can't I say that? Okay, well, professional bunch then. Given how well P.S.N.I played against Donegal Celtic, presumably you'll be asking for more of the same. Yeah, we want to keep things going well. That was it. Okay, thank you, Neil. You still hate us, though. And I forgot to rest players again. I always forget to rest players on the Fridays. Hopefully they'll all be fit for match day. Okay, yeah, let's get revenge for Newington from 1.5 years ago. You know, half the team wasn't here yet, but whatever. Can actually have a quick count when we get into the game for how many players were here at the time. Not how many players played, but were here when Newington beat us. 1.5 painful years ago now. Well, we didn't win a cup last year, so it was worth staying down the division actually. Okay, match day time. So we're at home against Newington. We're not going to look at the other fixtures yet. It's too early in the season, and also we're terrible. So advice to hit early crosses. Okay, and increase attack. I just read these things. I don't really temper with our tactics unless things aren't going well, so that I know what my backrooms does suggest that might work. Okay, so let's have a look through. Young should be fine. We have a 10 days break after this match as well, so that we need not worry about the players being ready for the next fixture. The question is just, will we be able to nurse them through this one? And some of them are probably going to get very tired at the end of things, but the good thing is we have so many substitutions, so that we should be able to deal with that. So from the starting lineup, Tom Hegan was here in that match. He probably played. Jack Graham was here. Lavorka was here. Bradley Yip was here. Yeah, true. We brought him in that season already. Johnny Wilson was here. And Chris Watts was here. So 6 out of 11 were here. So maybe if we do like the Get Some Vengeance team talk, I should be motivated by them, remembering the pain we suffered at their hands. As I will bring Bryce onto the bench because we're more likely to have to sub off Young. Otherwise, we don't have any options for him. And then Dornan and Owens, Harron and Jake. Sounds about right. I'll save the game and then jump into it. Okay, big one. We've lost 3 of our last 4 in the league. We need to turn that form around. Want to have anything to do with promotion this season. Last week we lost at home against bottom of the table. This week once again we're playing at home against bottom of the table. Bottom of the table since has of course changed because Distillery won. So let's make sure this time we do better. This is our chance to exact revenge on Newington after our last experience against them. Let's show them who we really are. Okay, so that inspired mostly the players who were here, but also Paul Waite and Caleb Ward. We didn't know the club existed back then, probably. You can see, inconsistent run of form, win, loss, win, loss, win. Or at least more wins than losses. They've only got 1 draw after the last 5 and lost the other 4. Wait, did they have a region striker called Vader? Oh, no, he's called Veha. Okay, sorry. Estonia Nick Veha. Wow. Oh, I had a player called Vader. I would have loved that. Wait, he's on loan. Okay, from a Northern Irish side. I thought from the Estonian side. Hey, Dan Daven. I'm from Austria, friend. Where are you from? I don't understand why they're so inconsistent. Yeah, I have no idea either. It's the kind of thing you get with lower league stuff because, yeah, like with semi-professional football, they just don't have a lot of consistency. They don't train all the time, but this team is particularly tricky. And it seems like whenever we feel like we are going on a good run now and we should have it all sorted, as Chris Watts, no, come on! Oh, stay composed. You have to score that. Goalkeeper just gifts it to him and just bangs it anywhere. Yeah, this team is particularly tricky. I am from England. Guten Abend. Guten Abend, David. First time in the stream, or no? You've been around before, right? Yeah, you've been around before. I think. At least it's not giving me the notification of this being your first message. There's Leon CO7. Hello, hello, my friend. Arnie Schwarzenegger comes from Austria originally. Great actor. Fantastic knowledge, my friend. Yes, this is Austria's most famous child, as Thomas Barnes assists Chris Watson. We lead 1-0. I didn't even notice. Fantastic. Yeah. Arnie is our most famous expert, I'd say. Export, I'd say, from Austria. What else do we have? We have Christoph Waltz. Fritzl people know about, although that's not something to be too proud of. Hitler was from Austria, so the list isn't that long, and not many of them to be proud of, but Arnie is one of them. As he even catches that one. Come on, let's get a second before halftime. Let's do something we normally never do. Let's get like 2 mature wins in a row. As for everyone who's new to the stream, we are managing Police Service of Northern Ireland, which is I don't know what they're called, Police Service of the Police, if they have any affiliation with the police or anything like that. Third tier of Northern Irish football. As Caelan Ward is in, shoots over. And yeah, it's our 3rd season with them, or 2nd and a half, kind of. We joined mid-season to the halfway through the 1st season of the save, and we have been looking to get promoted the last 3 seasons. Hasn't worked out for us. Hopefully this season will be our year. Won a cup last year. Want to win another cup this year. Got a quarter-final coming up in this stream probably. And in the league table isn't up. It's looking like this. It's been a very inconsistent start to begin with. If this result stays the way it is, if we win this one, we've got 9 points from 6 games. Not necessarily promotion form, but at least keeps us in a race until we can find some more consistency, hopefully. So we're currently facing bottom of the league at home, Newington. However, they did just get relegated, so they're probably just on a bad run of form because morale took a hit from the relegation. The quality of their team will at some point have to shine through, probably of a decent level for this level of football. Austria win lots of medals at Winter Olympics as well as your noisy neighbor Switzerland. This is true, yeah, because we live in the Alps. We have so much snow in winter. It's beautifully white right outside my window, by the way. I don't know if you can see. Let's try this. That's a bit mirroring. It's nice and snowy in the last few days. Lovely stuff. It just makes the short days and the dark in the winter, it makes it just so much nicer. And when the sun is out and you can see the snow glitter, beautiful. Kind of makes it worth it to live in minus 10 degrees every day, especially since my heating isn't working currently. Okay, this is all good. We're all doing well. Let's get to the dressing room, praise the boys a bit. I'm pleased. We don't need to change anything for now, I think. We'll just jump into the second half like this. Where in England are you from, David? If I might ask, you don't have to give me any specifics if you don't want to. Okay, absolutely dull start to the second half. Well, a highlight here. Free kick for them. Vader could be in. No. We intercept, and Declan Rice in defensive midfield for them. When's it back? It's probably not the same guy. Johnny Wilson into what? No, it's terrible passing, to be fair. As soon as we get pass into their third, everything we've seen in this segment was very, very poor choices in terms of passing. So they could be in down the right here. McNichol. Is he going to find his man inside? Vader scores. Wonderful finish, by the way. Very good stuff from the young Estonian lad. I know he's not called Vader, by the way. I just mistakenly read him like that. So I live in Banbury, not far from Silverstone. Ah, interesting. I'm not much of a Formula 1 guy, but I have been playing the F1 management game in the last few days. I'm really liking it. I'm on a similar save, started unemployed with no badges. Let me read that out and then check what we need to change in our game. With no badges, been to Poland and nowhere. Ah, yeah. Yeah, we started out a similar fashion. So no badges, no nothing. We got our first job in the 4th tier of Sweden. With 8 matches to go, trying to save a team which was in deep, deep trouble. Got relegated, and then halfway through the season, because the Swedish league season obviously is calendar year. This one's like a normal football league, the football season. We got our job in Northern Ireland, and we've been here for 2.5 years now. Now you're in Spain. Who are you managing currently in Spain? Okay, so this is troubling. This is like back to the good old times of us bottling positions we shouldn't really ever consider bottling. We'll bring on a couple of midfielders, Jack Owens and Charlie Dornan. Centre backs are scaring me. Do we bring on off Graham or Walker? I think I'll bring off Graham. Because Gordon's a bit more of a threat from set pieces. And everyone else can stay out for the minute. We need to see an uptick in terms of performance. I'll try and pass into space. I've seen a couple of highlights where it looked like we might find some space in behind. And hopefully, let's get that lead again. Come on, boys. Looks like it's all them right now. Free kick to us in our own half. Dorna looks for the ball in behind. Confusion between defender and goalkeeper. Shoot, Burns! Oof, he tried it. He tried it. It's blocked though. Weher is in again. Oh, luckily he puts it wide. He could just stroll through our defensive line there. Are we that much slower than him, or? Look at that. He just strolls past. He didn't even sprint or anything. We just got old men in our defensive line, I guess. Although one of them is called Young. Leon says, I won... sorry. Don't ask me how, but you managing Barcelona now. I won the second division in Poland, won the cup and top league in Norway, and then applied to Barcelona. And someone got, you serious? I find that in Football Manager it often is a case of if the thing you normally do matches with their philosophy, like for example, promote players through the youth system. If you do that regularly, or bring in young players of ages between this and that, they're way more likely to give you the job to an unrealistic extent. But that's very interesting. Often, if they're struggling, obviously they get desperate. We're in a bad spot when you took over. How did that happen? That's kind of mad. Because winning the top league in Norway should not be enough on your resume to get Barca. Congratulations, though. Okay, we're gonna go 2-striker, I guess. Question is just who do I bring Heron on for? Because we're not creating anything, we need to change something. Problem is that I now only have brought on 2 midfielders. So I should really keep 3 of the 3 midfielders out there. Yeah, this is tricky. I shouldn't bring one of the midfielders back off. I could though. Jack Owens is presumably struggling to meet the pace of okay, we'll leave it like this for another minute or two. See what Jack Owens' performance rating is saying, and then I'll consider this. Got to do better against this team. Oh, free kick to them. Vader to take. Get clear initially. Can we counter? No. Why are our players running so slowly? They finished 6th with Xavi and sacked him. Okay, that's a bad position to be in, but that's not necessarily the kind of reeking of desperation that I imagined. How's it going though for you in Barcelona? Oh God, they slot him in again. Oh okay, we gotta drop one of our centre backs back. We're gonna tell Gordon to cover and sweep up balls in behind. They've been all over us the last few minutes. I don't know what to do. Got to do better, lads. Still no performance rating for Owens. Can we see it, please? Okay, no, he's not performed well. He's on a 6.7. We'll watch this highlight and then we'll make our changes. Go for a double striker formation. Come on, this is ours. It's a poor clearance. Tosh swings it into Nico. Young takes him down. That was poor defensive behavior. Connor Young gives away the penalty. Newington's, who is it? Vader? Yeah, Vader, of course, the villain. Slots it away. The only reason I left Norway is because the board had sold my best 2 players. Yeah, that is always frustrating when you're in a lesser league. You don't have the financial power, and all of a sudden you get a 300,000 pound offer or euro offer, and the board's like, we have to sell this guy, even though we're going to get 15 million income from the Champions League next season. They just don't consider that well. So I understand the frustration. We're doing a bit differently though. Normally I like to really micromanage the clubs I'm at. Bradley Yip could be in here. Nice dribbling. Come on, finds Watts. Immediate equalizer. Let's go, boys. Normally I like to micromanage my stuff, but I figured for this Journeyman, just so we get through it a bit quicker and also for a bit of realism, since I'm not planning to stay at any one club for longer than like 2-3 years, we kind of manage the team, you know, in week-to-week stuff. We do a bit of the training stuff, but the recruitment we all leave to the backroom staff. You know, we have our veto rights to a player we want to bring in or don't. We can suggest a player they should try and sign, but all the signing stuff and all of that, we leave that to the director of football, because it would be unrealistic to kind of take over the control of everything in the club and then just leave them after 2 years. And also it just makes it, you know, more relaxed. You don't need to worry about all these things and scouting and stuff. And I never did that before, and I thought I would hate it because I would want to manage every single detail. But it's really relaxed, actually. You just try to do the best with what is given to you. Bradley intercepts again. Straight from kickoff again. Intercepted though. It could still be their highlights. Hassan is more excited than I am in the chat that we scored the equalizer. Oh my god, look, okay. Mick Vader with the hat-trick. Oh, dearie me. Matteo Lavuca, our Italian stallion, is set to be a no-nonsense centre-back. I would argue there was a lot of nonsense there. Lovely finish, by the way. What a guy Mick Vader is. Let's have another look at him. 11 finishing. Look at that pace. 14 acceleration. Left footed. Do you know what? They've gotten in quite the player there. Coleraine. Another 2 years. Yes. Let's go to the 2 striker thing. So okay, Charlie Dornan is anxious, so he's actually the one who will come off. Jack Owens can stay out there. So Heron in there. Heron up front. Advanced forwarding. You can play as a Mazal on support, the wingers push on. Okay, let's go direct. Pass into space. Keep it narrow. Mix the crosses up, I guess. Run into defense, because that's worked pretty well when Bradley, for example, has been trying it. Distribute quickly and opposition defense. That's all fine. Okay, then we have one more substitution. Could bring on Jake Moore, but Chris Watts scored 2 goals, so I feel like we should leave him out there. And Craig Briers, not much use going forward. However, anything's better than Connell Young in that kind of form, giving away stupid penalties. Kick it out when in doubt, exactly. That's why we set you to the no-nonsense, because you have no idea how to handle the balls. Watts is in, come on. Ooh, come again. Sorry for those weird noises. Yeah, that was exactly the opposite way I imagined those going. Because Heron isn't one to win headers. What's more is he's got a bit of strength. But Heron is wonderful to flick it on. Watts is in. And it's the second good opportunity he's missed today. He scored 2 of them. Not been his best day out. Come on, boys. Okay, corner kick. Taking it short. Yep, he's gonna play it back to Curran. That's a nice option. Owens. Taking a bit too long for my liking. Lavorka is always dangerous with him in possession. Nice cross. Matty Heron, let's go! Woo! What a game this has turned out to be. Oh, it's loud. Ah, it stays 3-2. Look at Lavorka going forward. Ah, swung in at the back stick, but Heron just straight offside. Another highlight immediately after. So we look lively since we switched to the 2 strikers. Heron on his weaker foot, blocked, headed out, but Yip gets it. It's a good position. Heron! Is he on? Is he on? Ah, he's on! Let's go! Woo! Heron's been winning at aerials. Incredible. Yip draws the defender out, then swings it in hard and fast, and Heron is in prime position. Let's keep going like this. Come on, boys. One more, one more. No more. They had a good opportunity there, which we didn't see. Okay, an entertaining 3-3 draw. It's not what we wanted from this match, considering where we were at stages. Down 2 times. I am fine with that. I will take. Look at that. Really damn fair in the first half, and then 5 goals in the second. Absolute classic. I would like to just say congratulate them on their comeback, because I know we should have won that match based on their performance, but okay, if you look at the numbers, we should have won that. So despite resort, trust the process. I guess we go with that one. Okay. It feels like a 0.1 as much as it's also 2 points lost. It leaves us at 7 points after 6 games. That's not the promotion form we were looking for. We have a 10-day gap now until our next match. Let's go through real quick. Praise the players which deserve it and criticize the ones which don't. Which deserve criticism. Bradley up on 9.3. Good stuff out there. Jack Graham has been poor this season. He's not been able to take over the mantle of a starting centre back that Andrew Ferguson's retirement left behind us. We're still looking for another centre back, but all our scouting efforts can't seem to bring the right kind of player in. I might have to have a look at those scouting instructions, as I feel like it's harsh that he got a 6.4, because he didn't have to face that many shots on target with just 6, but the 3 that went in were pretty much unsavable. Okay, we will persist for another game or 2 with our system, but if it doesn't work out, we'll switch to the 4-4-2 I've set up to train in the background, because we need a bit more goal threat, and we've seen that there was a lot of that there. We don't really have the striking depth to play that, and then we'll see us play without a number 10, which I do like, because we have a very good couple of good number 10s in the club. But if it's not working, then we might have to switch it up. Usot against Newington extends what has to be a fairly unwanted record. How do you keep the players focused in a positive manner in these situations? I hope the players can keep their heads. Matthew Heron was the saviour for your side there, grabbing a dramatic late equaliser. It must have been a massive relief for you to see that one going. It was, yeah? Football is about moments like that. It was something special. Charlie Dornan was substituted in the 80th minute with the player himself having previously come on earlier in the match. What happened there? I made a mistake. Yeah. I didn't want to do it because I knew it would create this story, but it had to be done to help the team as much as possible at that point in the game. It wasn't about him, it was about helping the team. The game will live long in the memory of everyone who watched it. What's your assessment of it? It's always great for the fans to watch a game with so many highlights. Yeah, I'll give it positive. How much did you enjoy Christopher Watt's performance? He was good. He wasn't tremendous, to be honest. Because he missed that open goal early on. And he missed that other opportunity. 2 assists for Bradley. Yep, though I like what I'm seeing. And we'll continue on through. So for anyone new to the stream, we're just doing the press conference because we have that one journalist who's always at our press conference, for some reason absolutely despises us, and we are going to every single one of them to hopefully one day make him like us again. He did like us for a while. We were very close. We used to go out for dinner every Friday. As Jack Graham's picked up too many yellows and is suspended for our next match. But then eventually decided, because I didn't go to a couple of press conferences because I was bored of them, that he hates us now every time we did go for important matches. So now we're going to every single one of them until he finally, you know, likes his intermediate cup draw is coming. Oh yeah, there it is. The game should be on the 26th of October. We have a league game then as well. We'll see. Intermediate Cup is the cup we won last season, of course. Much like the Steelers and Suns Cup, where we're in the quarterfinal. It's one of those where we have to just our tier and teams below that level involved in the competition. So it's a winnable competition for us again. I wouldn't mind having 2 of them in the cupboard after we got it last season. Let's see who we want to send down to the B team. Gordon, Bryce, Charlie Dornan, Brownlee, Cochrane and Watson. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How old is Brownlee? Young enough. Okay, I don't like what I'm seeing there. Watson. Davidson can sit this one out, that's okay. We also Brownlee's position is taken by. Okay, Crooks can just sit this one out. Good. Ooh, staff meeting. Is anything as exciting as a staff meeting? What's the game for he stopped trying to develop his weaker foot as his left foot is good enough for the time being? Disagree. Weak foot for a striker can never be good enough, and also it's pretty weak. Jack Graham is not having success by trying to improve his weaker foot, so I think the best thing to do in this situation is just to stop it. Because normally that situation doesn't get better in my experience. Chris Watts is also not improving. Okay, in that case, I'll stop it. If you're just telling me that it would be stupid if he improved it, then you're wrong. If you're telling me he's not improving, then we'll stop him putting in that extra effort. Bradley is on a good run of form, mostly because of the last match, but it's been doing well. Hope it continues. As Alex Sparza says hi. Hello, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? We are doing Journeyman safe, and we're currently in the 3rd tier of Northern Ireland, with the police service of Northern Ireland. We're looking to get promoted out of this division, but it's not going well, so maybe not. By the way, to anyone who's also new, this is like my World Cup stream series where I try to stream whenever there's a World Cup match live, because I'm boycotting the tournament, I'm not watching it. The idea was to kind of give people an alternative in terms of entertainment. This doesn't mean anyone's welcome here, even if you are watching the World Cup, but I wanted to boycott it, and I thought that's also a good way for me to avoid watching. We're also having a fundraiser to support the migrantsrights.org organization, which fight for migrant worker rights. So looking to raise the full €750 by the end of the World Cup to kind of make sure the situations such as in Qatar with the human rights and especially migrant worker situation don't occur any longer, and are also resolved, because many of the workers in Qatar still haven't received their wages. Almost all of the families affected by the people who died under those conditions haven't received any fair reimbursements for that either. You can never reimburse that enough, to be fair. So yeah, that's the idea of the stream series. So we're going to be live tomorrow night as well, if you want to pop by then. Okay, Bet McLean League. The League Cup is still going on. Carrick, our next position, is progressing. Is that already down to the... No, it's not already the semi-final now, after this. No, third round. Okay, not that interesting then. We're already knocked out of the League Cup. We were knocked out in the first round against Ballymena, I think. The B team continue steamrolling their division. They need to start winning more. Who are you saying now? I'm confused. We need to start winning more. Our team, yes. Okay, so the aim is to do the 2 cup ties at least still in this stream. I don't want to go too long because I still have to have dinner and then be out for ice hockey later. In the league, yes, we need to start winning more in the league quickly. Last 4 league matches, we've only won 1 of them. That's not the kind of form you need when you want to get promoted. Last 5 league matches, yeah. Last 5 league matches, just 1 win, 1 draw, 3 defeats. But for now, we've got a couple of cup ties. Good distraction from the league. Next league match would be on the 26th, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen or if that's going to get postponed because of the Intermediate Cup. We'll see after the draw today. Yeah, first team in the league definitely need to win a lot more. Otherwise, you know, the league season isn't that long. It's just 27 games. It splits after everyone played each other twice, but it's not like the points half or anything like that. So you can't get dropped behind too far. That's the experience we had to make last year, where at the end we had an amazing end to the season, winning, what was it, 5 of our last 6 matches and drawing the other one. We still just missed out because it's just not that long a league season. You can't afford to go on extended poor runs. So we're going to play away at home against Dungannon Reserves. Dungannon is a semi-professional side from the first tier. No idea how good their reserve team is going to be. Well, we should be considered favored in this one, as we are going in as defending champions. Okay, so the league game is going to happen on the 26th, the Saturday, and the cup tie has been postponed to the Tuesday. I don't understand why we had to wait until Tuesday for the Co-Antrim Shield. That we have a bit more fixture congestion with the other cup tie on the weekend. That's probably Carrick Rangers who had a tie and their place. The Co-Antrim Shield, by the way, is a competition where we are the only side involved still, which isn't from the top tier. We're from the 3rd tier, so we're very much out of our depth in this one. I still have no idea how you qualify or who gets picked for this competition. We've been in there for the last 2 years. I guess it's because of our good league performances, but you know, not even everyone from the 2nd tier or 1st tier is involved in the competition. It's just a handful of teams from each. But yeah, we're in it. We're not going to have a chance to win it, so I'm not going to say I will throw it, but I will definitely prioritize the Steelers and Sons Cup on the weekend, because that is a competition we are looking to win. Okay, Ewan McCarthy is back into training. That's good news. Centre-back scouting focus still hasn't brought back anyone. I'll make my selection on match day. Thank you very much for the recommendation, Door Assistant. Okay, pre-match press conference. Come on, Neil, love us. Stuart King seems to dismiss any chance of your team coming out on top in reaction to the Quarantine Shield fixtures and suggested that his Carrick team would make short work of P.S.N.I. How do you react to those comments? Well, it's hurtful, Stuart. It's just what I was hoping to hear. Any complacency on their side gives us an even greater chance of pulling off a win. Not that I believe it, but it doesn't hurt our chances. Some people are suggesting that your team could cause a big upset against Carrick. Do you think you stand a chance against him? I don't know about that. Carrick are a very good team, and in all honesty, could blow us away if they turn up and play as well as their capable. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Your side has so far beaten one team in the competition, but now faces a tougher challenge. Are you confident of adding to the list? Yeah, sure. 20's been excellent. You feel that several fast team players in the last reserves match during the international break. What was the intention behind that? Just keeping them fit. Yeah, I felt we should try to replicate as normal a week as possible, and we needed a match for that, so that's why they played. You have a bit of a break. Yeah, you have had a bit of a break recently, and it's now 10 days since your last fixture. How do you see that affecting the players? It might take a little while for the players to get that match up. No, I don't see it being an issue. In fact, it has allowed us to be extra prepared for this fixture. Sure. Yes! Look at that! Look at that beautiful green reaction. He hates us in green now. Yes! We're not rivals anymore, just adversaries. Ah, getting closer and closer. Okay, everyone expects a defeat for the match. I do too, so that should be all fine, so no one should be too disappointed. How is our reputation with the board of supporters, by the way, with the bad league form of late? B- with the supporters and C+ with the board. That's good. That's good. That's better than a fair. We're dropped out of the top half as well, which is the expectation from the board. What's the expectation from the fans? Not that I'm worried that I get the sack. Finish mid-table. I feel like we're pretty secure in our spot. That's what's interesting to see. Let's see what the players are doing in training. Good performances out there. Couple of bad ones though. I'm really pissed off with Jack Gray. You know, he's been performing poorly. His training hasn't been good. I'd love to get rid of him, but well, we are missing quality in the center of defense. First team players, yeah, we'll set that up after the match, so we know who's fit and who's not, who played and who came on off the bench. But thank you for the reminder. You and McCarthy would be capable for this match. Yeah, let's get into the match against Carrick. Now again, I'm not going to throw it, definitely not, but I will not prioritize this match. They suggest us to go from positive onto cautious. We're going to change our tactic anyways. We're not going to play with this tactic. We're going to play with our 4-2-3-1 system. Let's go for the quick pick of first team. Johnny McGill will start because he's our cup goalkeeper. Craig Bryars can get the start because I prefer Connell Young to start because we're taking the other system for the other match. Jack Graham is suspended and I don't mind him sitting one out anyways. Then Gordon can come in. Brownlee onto the bench. So Kai Wardlow or Connor Curran, neither of them have done too well, neither of them have done awfully. We'll play Wardlow, and depending on his performance, he'll play on the weekend or not. Johnny Wilson still hasn't really found form this season. He scored that one goal, but other than that, all of his performances have not been all too convincing. Tempted to draft in Charlie Dornan. And you know what? Why not? Gotta try it sometimes. Paul Waite, our playmaker. Controversial, but I'll rest him for the weekend. I will bring someone in, and Aaron Cochrane is a bit more of a warrior. Heron, by the way, this is something I changed. I'm going to deploy Heron as an inside forward down the right now whenever we play this system. Because as much as he's right-footed and should be a good winger, doesn't necessarily have the best output from there. And setting him up to be a bit more direct in that position, if you click on inside forward, dribble a bit more his man of his draft dribbling, his pace, like breaking behind and finding, like kind of acting as a second striker from out wide. I feel like he's a very effective player that way. So, and since we have been lacking goal scorers, we've always relied very heavily on our strikers, and when they're not informed, then it's quite tough. I feel like this is might be a good choice to deploy him in that role. Jack Owens will come in at number 10. We'll give Thomas Burns. We'll keep his good run of form going. I see Ian McCarthy's just come back from the injury as well. And then Chris Watts up front seems like the smart choice. However, we want him fit for the weekend. Okay, let's see if I'm happy with the bench. Curran and Young. I would like at least one of Waite or Wilson on the bench at least. I will bring on Wilson for Connell Young. Bradley Yip and Chris Watts, that's fine. Okay. That took quite a while, so this is going to be our lineup. A bit of rotation. Half of it is just to fit because we're switching the tactic. The other half is to keep the players who want to play in the more important cup tie. This isn't Suns Cup on the weekend, the quarter-final fit. Okay, let's go. Let's get it done. Cole Antrim Shield. Still have no idea what this competition is about, how we qualified for it, or yeah, why we're already in the quarter-final of it. But we're facing top-tier opposition. I don't think there's much prestige in this cup. I don't think we'd have any chance of winning it. So we're throwing it a little bit. I'll tell the boys. Nobody expects us to get a result, so just go out there and enjoy playing without any pressure on you. That hasn't really inspired anyone. So that kind of shows me that the players are a bit nervous ahead of this, and we might get absolutely smashed to bits. Here's hoping not. First shot goes out. Second shot goes to us as well. We're dominating them out there. Look at that. They might have all the possession, but we're scoring the goals. Ooh. Corner to them. Whew, just over. Come on, boys. We're looking decent. Winning the shot and XG battle. Absolutely losing out a pass completion possession, but you know, that's part of this tactic, going more direct and giving up on those aspects of the game. Not looking too bad. Haven't seen a highlight of us yet, but I don't mind. We're keeping them pretty quiet as well. Come on, give me one highlight for halftime. Show me one shot of us. Doesn't have to go in. Doesn't have to go on target. Just give me one shot of us. Okay, Heron. Not to Burns. Okay, no, it might be that highlight. Ah, Burns was back though. Cochrane with a nice ball. Finds Heron. Shoots. Yes. Oh, off the bar! Off the bar! I like the movement of Heron though, with his new position. He's not having the best average rating. That was a very nice pass by Cochrane, by the way. Fair play to him. What a moment that would have been. Let's see what's going on in the other matches. So it's Clifton Ball and Glentoran winning. Larne against Linfield still 0-0. Let's see, do I have anything to take away from the analytical data? That's sitting very deep. Strange. But we're not going to change anything about a tactic unless we see something really obvious we can exploit. Because it's going well for us. We need to change John McGill's distribution though, because I set that up wrong. Ben Gordon's got 2 key passes. You know what? We're going to distribute the ball to him. Might as well try it. Kai Wardler's having a bad day at the office. As is Charlie Dornan. Heron's only got 3 key passes. Still on a 6.5 though. And a bit surprised. Okay. Let's go. I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. Okay, can't say that with pumping my fists, so I'll just say it like that. Everyone's very happy with me saying that. Good to hear. Did I want to change it? Yeah, I want to change the distribution because I wanted to distribute to playmaker, because normally in Cochrane's role we have a playmaker. Obviously he's a ball-winning midfielder. Normally I'd just click him and distribute to him, but since Ben Gordon is pulling off such nice passes over the top, we'll keep him on it. Give him some more balls. 647 people in attendance. It's a lot more than we ever get. This be highlighted again. Brias on the right. Jacob was not going to win that header. Could be trouble. Over the top, Parkers takes it down. Wait, did he just take that down and then head it? Like on his, he flick it up with his chest onto a header. I've never seen anything like it. He just flicked it up with his chest and then went in on to head it. Good technique, not sure if it was the best choice. Okay. Changes. So Kai Wardlow has turned his performance around. He was on a 6.3 at halftime, not a 6.6. Don't have any substitutions for that right back spot. So Craig Price is going to have to persist. Thomas Barnes isn't working. We'll try and deploy him from deeper. Maybe he can dribble at this man a bit more, swing in some more crosses from deep. That doesn't improve his performance soon. We'll take him off. Probably for Bradley Yip, play a bit more of an inside role. Other than that, as much as we've not created loads, overall we've looked like the more threatening side, except for that one good opportunity we saw there. One thing I will change though, we'll distribute quickly to catch them out. We'll play it short to Ben Gordon, and hopefully he can find a ball in behind. As Heron is in possession deep here. Cochrane loses out on it. This is a good opportunity to counter for them. Bryce is not tracking back. Gordon has to pull out of position. Cross swung in. Lavorka screws up again. Lavorka is one of those. Yeah, I tend to sometimes have these central defenders who pick up really good average ratings and don't really seem to be affected by having an absolute blackout. Because he was just hit there. He didn't even react. Look at that. Ball just touches him. And he plays it basically back into the path of Parkers. Not what you want to see, especially from a no-nonsense centre-back. Just hoof it. Okay, this time it has gone down in his match rating. Cochrane, wonderful ball through. More. Slot it home, please. He takes the keeper. Fantastic goal. Oh, what a spot that was from Aaron Cochrane. He's a bit of a playmaker, you know. We always play him as a ball-playing midfielder because he's not got like the best first touch, but his vision is fantastic. And the way he executed that pass, and Jake Moore, men around him, he just calmly dinks it over the keeper. Wonderful stuff. Another highlight immediately after the kickoff. Could go either way. Burns wants him back, good stuff. Wardlow to Lavorka, don't do anything stupid. Okay. He's gone to hoof it. Went back. Cochrane. Ah, I thought he was going to look up. A bit of pressure here. Carla wins it back. Park is with it down the right. Back to Forsyth. Carla is going to turn and shoot, and immediately from kickoff they go back in front. What a couple of matches we're having here today. I know I should be gutted because we're losing, but again, I don't mind going out this competition. Less fixture congestion, as you know, success in this competition is not really on the cards. That was wonderful ball control by Carla. That's the kind of stuff none of our players could ever do. A bit of quality shining through. Okay, Thomas Barnes' change does not really seem to have helped him. So we'll drive Bradley Yip out there, cutting inside a bit more. Matthew Harron will stay out there as an inside forward. Because, well, it's not working, is what I'll say. It's not like it's working, but it's not working. Charlie Dorn can come off for... Yeah, for Johnny Wilson. Tempted to bring on Caden Ward, but no, we'll see if Johnny Wilson can turn his season around. Making him a Sala on attack though. Make Bryars a fullback on support. It's not a good fullback on support, Bryars, but sometimes you just need numbers pushing forward. And then we've got that those 5 substitutions. We will bring on Calvin Brownlee for Ben Gordon, because Ben Gordon is going to get a game on the weekend. I like what I've seen from him today. Calvin Brownlee is just more of a threat from the set pieces. That might just be what we need in this game. Okay, Chris Watts will leave on the bench for another couple of minutes. We'll go. We'll keep it at balance. We will create good opportunities, but we'll change it up before long probably if we're not getting back into this game soon. Because again, as much as my team lineup is not necessarily screaming I want to win this, obviously in the match I always want to perform as good as we can. And that includes us pushing up to attacking. We're right here, right now. Putting on Jake Moore and Caden Ward. Counter press them. Prevent the short goal distribution as well, because we don't mind them going long now with Calvin Brownlee on the pitch. He's going to win most of the headers if they have to go long, I would hope. Prime example there, who wins this one. Cochrane again, putting off the playmaker, Matty Harron. Ah, why was there no one running in the box? He did the right thing playing that across. The striker should have run onto that. Ah, Johnny Wilson. Not quite alert to it. Jack Owens just moonwalks away from the ball. Parkers is in again. McGill holds on to that. How does he held on to that? Oh, that's a good throwing position for us. Johnny Wilson's going to deliver. It's blocked. Comes out to their man. And oh, he's going to run into his own header. With this Brownlee fresh off the bench. So a penalty, the youngster. looks like it's going to be curtains. If they score this one, I don't see us score another 2. Slotted home, right down the middle. McGill went down the right. 3-1 to them. It was a good fight. We're going to keep with the tactic as it is, but I'm not too hopeful. What a free kick that was. And okay, this is the moment where we go for how do you call it? If you want to reduce the damage. Yeah, we go a bit more conservative so that they don't start scoring freely and our morale takes a big hit from this match. Because we really shouldn't, because we gave a good account of ourselves. More time waste as well. Confirm those changes and let's just get it out of here. Bro, I thought we were supposed to win this cup. No, that's another cup. Don't worry about it. This is the Co-Antrim Shield, which is I don't know what exactly. It's like an invitational cup where it starts at the round of last 16. There's some teams from the first division, there's some teams from the second division, there's just a few teams from the third division. I don't know how it gets selected. We're one of the teams from the third division. And it's only us and teams from the top tier still involved after we won our first round tie. So we were never going to win this one. Caleb Ward could be in though. Yep, gets it. And whoa, it scores! Let's go! 4-2. So no, we were never going to go for this cup. It's the Steels and Suns Cup. We've got the game in 3 days' time. That was number of fortunate circumstances which led to Kalen Ward being in there and scoring. Well, he did wonderfully. The scissor kick from the side there, keeping his composure. That's a very respectable scoreline away against the top tier side. 4-2. They overperformed the XG as well. Got a dodgy penalty in there. We have been starting practice of giving away a couple of penalties, and I don't like it. We were the underdog out there, and you gave your best effort. Your best shot. Good effort, lads. I don't mind it. That sees us go out of the Co-Antrim Shield, and Carrick, Cliftonville, Glentoran, and Larne will be fighting it out. As Bonnis scored 4 goals against Linfield. Let's go through real quick. Okay, can't see it apparently. Oh, he looks like a sexy boy, Stuart King, eh? Post-match press conference. Oh, a lot of media. Let's keep going to press conferences. We want Neil Stewart to continue liking us more and more. Defeat for your side sends you out of the competition. Just how disappointed are you? I'm heartbroken. I'm not too upset as success in this competition was never on the cards, to be honest. P.S.N.I's dream run is over, ending the defeat to Carrick today. What are your immediate thoughts post-match? The players worked so hard and performed admirably. There's no shame in this defeat, absolutely. Danny Parker's superb. Danny Parker was superb for Carrick. How unfortunate was it to face him in that kind of form? He's got 2 goals for them, and he's a midfielder, isn't he? I know he's that striker. Yeah, okay, that's. Oh yeah, he played well, and that's going to happen sometimes. If you play from that level of football, sure. With your Co-Antrim Shield campaign now at the end, how will you reflect on the journey? I think we're a better team now than we were when we started after those 2 matches. Has the time spent on the training ground by Jack Owens to adopt a completely new position been one of the weeks and months of effort? Yeah, sure. Okay, no change of Mr. Stewart's opinion of us. We are still just adversaries, at least not rivals anymore. It's getting better. As Friars is spotted. Yeah, Paul Stewart's manager Friars wants Thomas Barnes. Well, you can sod off. It's not for sale. Okay, let's set the B team up, set the first team up, and then jump into the last match of the stream, which is a big one. Quarter-final in the Steels and Suns Cup. As much as it's against an amateur side at home, we've slipped up in those kind of matches before. We need to do better than that. So we've got Young, Graham will start, and we will. I think I'll give it to Ben Gordon. It's not just Calvin Brownlee is good in possession. He hasn't done too well, giving away the penalty off the bench in the last match. And Ben Gordon has been kind of putting a shift in to get a start for a long time now. It's Kyle Wardlow, terrible run of form. Oh yeah, I didn't do the performance thing because I couldn't access it, did I? Okay, here we go. Thomas Barnes didn't do anything down at the left wing. I'm still going to run out on Saturday. Ewan McCarthy hasn't necessarily proven to me that he should be a competitor for that spot. If you hire in 6.2 for his first game in that inside forward role, he did make 6 dribbles though, and 3 key passes, so as much as that's a poor match rating, I actually think it was a very good performance. I didn't see actually what he was doing wrong. I'd just say tackling because he doesn't tend to tackle. So yeah, I don't necessarily see that as a failed project yet. I mean, he only played 1 game in that position, so it would be a bit premature to do a final judgment anyways, but I think that was actually a good showing from him. Obviously, when you're inside forward, you get measured a lot more on your end product than when you're a winger, so his match rating is going to be a bit harsh on him. But yeah, I think overall that wasn't the worst performance we could have had there. Okay, other than that, decent performances all the way throughout. So let's get back to setting up the team. So Curran will start in the left back spot. Yip, in a very good run of form. I like it. Johnny Wilson, yeah. Donna didn't necessarily convince in the game on midweek, so we'll keep Johnny Wilson out there. Kalen Ward, Chris Watts, that's all fine. Set up the bench. It's going to be Bryce or Wardlow in the fullback spot. Just keep Wardlow there. Centre mid spot is always so tricky to pick. We just have one of them. It's going to be Jack Owens because he can fulfill a number of positions in there, both in attack midfield and in central midfield. Of course, it's Matthew Herron in case we need to switch up our system, bring in another striker. Okay, that will be the team. Let me see who then can we make available for the B team. I don't think anyone really. Ewan McCarthy can get some match sharpness returning from. Oh, what did I do there? Oops. Returning from his injury, we haven't got a league game anytime soon, so Tom Hegan can go in goal for the B team. And Reese Watson, as per usual, can get made available. Do we need to rest anyone for the match? Okay, yeah, but Ben Gordon and Thomas Barnes can have a day off. Why is Ben Gordon so tired? He didn't play, did he? Oh no, he played, he started. Very well. I need to go to the toilet, so I will just simulate on through until the match day, and then we should be back to do that. Go on holiday. We don't have any matches, so we need to select that, but let's just skip through then. See you in a second. Okay, we are back. Let's see. What did we miss? So a scouting report, they presumably play an S3, 4-1-2. Tricky formation to face. B team stopped their incredible run against Dandela, losing 2-0 at home. I forgot to set them up, didn't I? I just made some players available. That is poor for me. But we move on. Donnery hoping for success. Their manager. I will have simulated through the press conference now as well. That's on me. Did none of our staff go there? Well, no biggie. Okay, so we're looking to win this competition, and I want to see a performance like we're winners. We're back after that tragic defeat. I mean, no, not that tragic. It's a top tier opposition. 4-2 against aside from the best division in Northern Ireland, away from home. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, so competition will look. Wait, what did that say? What do you mean? So apparently both the board and the supporters expect us to lose this match. Against an amateur side at home. I don't quite understand Northern Ireland. These amateur sides are so good always. Beaten East Belfast. But so far they've only played other amateur sides in the cup. They're not that good, are they? He's alright. He's alright. He's pretty good. They've got a Jack Graham as well. Hey, he's okay. Wow. He's very good. Oh. Why do they have such good teams? I don't understand. Like, they're not like insane, but they are at the very least on par with us. Oh, so that's league fixtures at the same time. Let's advance through these. Okay, that's just ongoing still. Okay. So, competition we want to win, so let's play like winners. Semi-final, quarter-final time. It's just not Breda, one of the worst teams of our divisions, and teams from lower divisions still involved in this cup. Now, okay, we just said teams from lower divisions seem to be oddly good in this in the database of Northern Ireland, but I think we're gonna have enough about us. Let's save the game. I still don't really have that many good connections in our team. That's because I'm chopping and changing so much. Pessimism stems through the club for dome reason. What is dome? But yeah, we do seem to have a bit of a sparse mentality of bottling things, don't we? Let's change that today. Okay, everyone seems to be fine with the match tactics. Teams are warming up. Go to the dressing room. Pop the face. Oh, okay, point finger. I expect to see a much better performance from you today. I'm not sure about that one. I wasn't too happy with my performance last time out. And let's go for the home fans. Yeah, give the fans a performance to cheer for. That wasn't received too well. The Jesus juice, I have faith in you. I have faith in you. Okay, well, most people are motivated now. Let's do this. Come on, let's show everyone we're winners. Let's make them scared of us. Last match of the stream, by the way. I have to stream end up early. still have to have dinner and ice hockey practice tonight as they come down the left. There, Jack Graham puts the ball forward. And where's our defense? Is anyone going to go there? No one cared for Mr. Rory Fitzpatrick. He just had acres and acres of space in a spot where normally he shouldn't be able to get a shot if he was just able to stroll back inside. What happened there? So Young was pushing out. I have no idea why Jack Graham didn't follow his run. Was he committed to Holloway? But it should be Paul Wade's shot. It's just poor. Then no one felt responsible except for Connor Young, who was miles away. McGill didn't go out to meet him either. It's a terrible start after my optimistic approach. Come on, boys. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So once again, we're losing the possession battle. At home against an amateur side. With a tactic that should absolutely dominate possession. Okay, nice win back. Wade goes directly over the top. Johnny Wilson's been on his own here. Turns around, finds Connell Young. Why are you playing that pass? Ward shoots. What a goal! What a goal! I was just about to go on a rant of why no one in this tactic is thinking about the approach of keeping the ball on the ground. Slow build-up play. Wilson wins the ball back and Ward takes one touch. Just wow, what a wonderful finish. Off the underside of the bar, dipped just in time to go over the goalkeeper. He won't be happy about that one, Mr. Patterson. Oof, and we're back level. That's still not enough though, we want more. Come on, boys. Give us the go-ahead goal before half-time. Oh, thanks for clipping that one, Hassan. Let's look at it. Oh, two mouses. Woo. Here it comes. Here it comes. And Bush. Wow, what a finish. Okay, well, the score's saying Ballymoney leading against Ballymena United reserves. Belfast Celtic is winning. Belfast Celtic, I'd make one of the favourites for the competition. They are, again, in the division below us, but they are always very good in the cup competitions. Knockbrader 0-0 against Kiddiley. What a name as well. They're standing very wide, and that back five is just hard to break down. I think if we're not going to find a better way to break them down other than like wonder strikes like that from Kane and Wall, we're going to have to go two strikers here again. Nothing really I can take away from that. Playing well, it's not really breaking them down. I'm not happy with the performance. That is actually fair enough as a whole. Don't really want to go attacking because it just tends to make let them go for more aggressive passes even still. It's kind of been a problem that we didn't want to do that. We'll try it though. We have a bit more intent behind us. We can create more and better opportunities. Free kick, Connor Young swinging in from wide. This is good. Who was that on it? Yes, Ben Gordon! Let's go. I was just going to say, I was thinking of drafting him into the fast team on a more regular basis, but he's not having the best game out there on the 6.6 in the yellow card just a second ago. Well, he rises higher to that delivery, and that is a very strong header. That neck muscle from there to put that much power and accuracy behind it. Good stuff. Sad to see us have to rely on a wonder strike and a set piece to lead against the side of this level. But, you know, we've seen that player before the match, so it's kind of fair enough. It's just the way Northern Irish league system seems to be done in Football Manager. So we'll stick with our way of play. They're not created huge amounts. Hopefully this should be enough. To get a victory. And Yip's got some space to dribble into. I like it when he has that. Chris Watts in the center. Let's go! 3-1. The Phantom Man, thank you very much, but I'm not necessarily interested in becoming famous. Very well, yeah. Wonderful delivery by Yip and good movement by Watts. And again, good neck muscle and accuracy with the header. I love a good header. He's scoring a lot of them. Heron scored too this stream. Okay, no real need to take anyone off yet. We have a week off after this match as well. So we'll persist as we are. Seems to be going okay. Oof, I thought Curran was going to head that straight into the path of the attacker, but he's done well. Potteler, yeah. Big time. Please don't click that link. No idea where it takes it. Probably nothing too dangerous, but... It's Chris Watts scores. Assisted by Johnny Wilson. We've not created the best opportunities, well, we seem to be scoring everything we're getting right now. Whenever we get a sniff of it, Wilson slides him into the channel, takes away from his man, and striker's finish. Very nicely placed. Yeah, I shall persist with the changes. As everyone out there is having a very good performance. Complacency creeping in now. Don't like seeing that, but should be fine to get it over the line. Let's get some substitutions on to get some more game time. And also kill the clock a bit. Kai Wardlow be the first of three. Chris Watts. Oh no, Chris Watts has picked up a knock. Not good. Jake Moore is not complacent, so he'll go out there instead of Heron. Hopefully that's nothing major for Chris Watts. That'll be a big blow to the team. Jack Owen's going to come on for Kane Ward for the final substitution. Hopefully we don't pick up any injuries. Not exactly how I imagined this game, or hoped this game would play out, but I'm very, very happy with it. Convincing 4-1 victory. Not the best opportunities, but very well taken. Maybe that's all we need, a bit more confidence in the forward line. We've got on a highlight here, 85 minutes in. And I feel like just a confidence which I haven't had before with this team, that it's just going to be our highlight. And it is. Jack Owens. Oh no, maybe it isn't, actually. Goes through to Mr. Paul Patterson. I'm still confident. It's not going to be that. We're going to win this header. There you go. It's been a very good performance in the second half as well. We've kept them very quiet. Jack Owens slides in Jake Moore, man off the bench. Scored to make it 5-1. Oh, there's two wonderfully slotted passes. First from Wilson to Owens, and then from him on to Moore. Just one touch through the gap. Okay, he takes up the space between the men, between the lines. One touch, looks up, Moore makes that run. Good stuff, boys, good stuff. Looks like we're going to make it 6. Maybe my overconfidence is translating to my players, and it's actually going to be their highlights. Could be, as Young stopped running there for no apparent reason. And Newell was in. He was offside though. Another one. Come on, bring on the final whistle. We're done with this. Oh no. Wardlow. Dreadful clearance. Carson with a good delivery. That was a very good delivery. Fair play. It's a good performance this far, yeah. No, it is. That's still, despite conceding that goal, that's not the best sign to see the complacency creep in. Wardlow kind of panicking with that one. And that was a very good delivery to Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick staying clear of his man. But yeah, look at that. Overall, throughout, very, very good performance all the way throughout the team. Left back still neither of them really convincing. But I'll tell the boys, that was a good win for us. It's a very nice victory on that. I don't want to praise the performance too much, because we won 5-2. There were definitely points we could argue should have done better in terms of high quality chance creation. Keeping them quiet in the first half, but overall, very happy. As I kind of skipped over it there. What are we saying? Toastbed Steelers and Suns Cup. Okay, so Belfast won, Knockbreda won, and Ballymoney won, which makes tough competition, but fun competition. I want to get Ballymoney. I think they're all from the division just below us, and Knockbreda obviously from our division. Is there any way to figure that out? I'd love to be a way to figure that out. So they get relegated out of this league. Yes, that is the division below. And Belfast Celtic are in the same division. When's the draw? It's today. Okay, we'll progress on through to the draw, and then we'll end the stream there. There's fierce dislikes between me and Neil Stewart. Let's turn that around today. You struggle at times out there, but manage to pull a win out of the bag despite being behind. What do you make of that comeback? It only shows the level of spirit in that dressing room. They refuse to win. We're just going to keep on saying that we're winners, and eventually we'll become winners. Just how God it was Christopher Watts by your decision to take them off when they still had a good chance to get a hat trick. Hey, who's carrying a knock? I'd have been given pelters if I had kept Christopher on and something had happened to him. Yeah. And something might have happened to him. I don't get an info through if he picked up a real injury or not. You can't have faced many better opposition's performance than Rory Fitzpatrick today. Oh, he scored both their goals. Yeah, even those who don't scrutinize individual performances at any great length will have been impressed with Rory Fitzpatrick. What's that kind of a fast name, by the way? Rory. I don't even know how to say it. Rory. Something like that. Fans and neutral observers alike have rightly been singing the praises of Johnny Wilson since his recent change of role. What are your thoughts on this? I don't remember changing his role, but pleased with the change. He's not done too well this season, to be fair. Who would you like to see P.S.N.I draw against next? I want to have Ballymoney, mainly for the name, but I think they represent that sort of challenge we want at this stage. No, Neil Stewart! Ending on a sour note. He's our rival again. I'm hoping for a good tie. So I'm mainly hoping for a home tie, because I don't really see much of a difference of quality between the teams still involved. As it looks like Chris Watson has not picked up anything serious. No, not picked up anything. As Friars was spotted again, watching Thomas Barnes. Let's get a restraining order. Go on, get us to the draw. Okay, here we are. The fans would also like most to get Ballymoney. For again, I don't know if there's a reason behind that, but I guess I'm going to do that and go for an automatic draw again. Home tie, give us good chances, but I think no matter how it goes, we should be made favourites for any tie we get out of here. I make us favorites. Gotta put the expectations high. Come on. Okay, but the money away, we take it. We take it. Take it. No easy ties here, but no ties where it would make us favorites either. So we have got Ballymoney, the ones we wanted. Means it might be a Premier Intermediate League encounter in the final against Knockgrader. We'll see. Let's see, what do we know about Ballymoney? The captain is Chandler Douglas. Who's okay. Vice captain is Carl Crawford. How many players do they have? Okay, Carl Crawford is also their key player. That is a very good sign for us. Because if he, a 3-star credibility for our team, is their key player, that suggests that they are a way worse team than I think we just played it. Let's have a quick look through the star players. Paul Keane. Yeah, no, I think we have the better team than these guys. When's it going to happen? 20th of November. Okay, so quite a while to wait for that. We will be back tomorrow with a couple of league fixtures, the Intermediate Cup first round, and we'll definitely get through until that Citizens Cup semi-final, because we've got a long stream planned tomorrow. Or maybe even get to the Northern Irish Cup, fourth qualifying round, where we really, really want to get through to the Northern Irish Cup proper this year. That's the only round we have to go through. But that will all be tomorrow. For now, thank you very much for tuning in today. Let's get the donation done. If you didn't know, we're raising money for the migrantrights.org organization in the Boycott Qatar 2022 frame that this stream series is done. I try to stream whenever World Cup match is live. So tomorrow will be the last stream of that, with the final going on from 7 p.m. Central European time until 11 p.m. So that's 1 hour before the match starts until 1 hour after the match. And hopefully we can fulfill the fundraising goal by the end of that. And yeah, for today, we just have 2 viewers, so I don't really raid unless we have 3 or more viewers. I'll just let you guys pick wherever you want to go next. I hope you have a very lovely rest of your evening. Let me confirm the payment though real quick before we go out of here. And I hope I shall see you tomorrow for the next stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. As the thank you confirmation goes through. And hopefully tomorrow we can pick up our league form and keep on pushing for that cup title.